Dear friends, welcome to Thirukkural English Couplets channel, wherein we have been seeing all quarrels being interpreted or couplets being interpreted. The Thirukkural English Couplet, which I have translated Thirukkural. Thirukkural has been translated and it has been named Thirukkural English Couplets. 1330 quarrels in 133 chapters. It has been translated, all quarrels have been translated, and I have put all the 133 chapters into 16 heads or headings, or which are called aspects. Now we are in the 102, chapter number 102, that is called modesty. This comes under society. With this one, society ends. And I translated using 4 plus 3 words, 7 words, 2 lines, using 2 sorts of grammar called Venba Kural and what is known as couplet definition. Couplet definition, it's a syllabic, same syllabic meter in both the lines, which you would know from my introductory video, wherein I have explained about all these things. I have used semantical and idiomatic approach, wherein I have brought in the soul and heart of Thiruvallur translation. Let's start with the first quarrel, and all 10 quarrels are taken in one video because each quarrel is interrelated with each other. That's the reason that we are going to see all the quarrels in a single video. So now we start with the first one, modesty. It starts first one. Blushing modesty differs from fearing evil's modesty. There are 2 types of blushing. People become shy. The women becoming shy for good reason. I mean, women shying means is a good woman. That is what the society has understood. So that doesn't mean that she is not good. She is good only. But another person blushing, that means he is shying, that for evils, because he has committed evil, he is shying. That shy is different from women's shying. Both have different meanings. Different meanings are brought out in the shy that women give and the person who has committed evil give. Next one, modesty is unique, unlike food's clothing security. Modesty, what is this modesty? Modesty is something which is necessary for our life, our living. This is one of the values. The modesty is unique. It's unique. You have to shy for shame. You have to feel shame about doing some unaccepted things or things which are hated by the world. Right? Modesty is unique, unlike food's clothing security. Food, clothing, security. Food, clothing, security are necessary. But modesty is unique. It is more than these 3. Modesty is very important than these 3. Next one, third one. As life in body, so is virtuous modesty. We have life in our body. So is virtuous modesty. So modesty is life is in the body. So which is important? Life is important. Body is not important, because if life goes, body becomes a waste. It's nothing. The same way, modesty lives. So is virtuous modesty. Modesty lives in our life. Our modesty is there, and modesty with the virtuousness is important. If virtuousness bereft of modesty is of no use. Other virtues without modesty is of no use. That's what he means. So modesty is very important. Fourth one, modesty is an ornament. Haughtiness is sickness. Haughtiness means being very proud. Pride. That pride is sickness. It is sickness. Modesty is an ornament. Modesty is ornament. We wear some ornaments, right? Modesty is an ornament which shows you off. That is very important. But haughtiness is sickness. Haughtiness means pride. Being pride is a sickness. Fifth one abounding in modesty bears everyone's guilt. This is very important Quran among all the 1330 Qurans. One abounding in modesty bears everyone's guilt. A person who abounds or who is abounding in modesty, he is ready to bear everybody's guilt. What does this mean? Why he says about this one? The person who wants to show or who wants to show his modesty, he is ready to bear everybody's guilt. He doesn't blame others. He takes others' guilt also on his own body, as if it were his own guilt. He takes others' guilt as if it were his own guilt. One abounding in modesty. The person who is abounding in modesty takes others' guilt also as his one. He doesn't blame others. This, when I was thinking about this Quran, because this is very important, because he is speaking the modesty as if it were alive. It is something as if it were a live person, a personal pronoun like. So he is personifying modesty. Modesty becomes a person like now. He is personifying. Personification is nothing but the abstract quality, abstract. Modesty is an abstract quality, and worry is an abstract quality. But here modesty is being spoken as if it were alive. It is alive. It's as if it were living. But it's not so, but it's shown as if it were living. So modesty is a person, like it is shown as if it were a person. One abounding in modesty bears everyone's guilt. When I was going through this one, I just wanted to know what he could mean by this one. And I was searching all the persons who were with such a kind heart in the history. I could find Jesus Christ, who is believed to be someone who came and accept everybody's guilt as if all the guilts were his own. And he was crucified on the cross, and on the cross also those people who were beating and battering and whatnot, everything was done on him, and he was not hating those people, and he was forgiving those people, telling that these people are not able to know what they are doing. So such a thing he was doing. So modesty, all the things, he was such a modest person, and he could bear the guilt of others. That is what is spoken of, explained in the Bible. So the one example could be cited from the Bible for the life of Jesus Christ, when I could explain about the modesty. See, God is not an exclusive property, and nobody lived in the world for others is not an exclusive property of a religion, of any sect or any color or any religious sects or anybody in the world or any part of the world. No, it's not an exclusive property. It's not the monopoly of anybody. So you think of you think of a person who lived for others. He is also a person. If you could think of others, he could think of him also, because he is the most powerful and most influential person in the world, as the world has recognized. The total world, even today, has accepted and acknowledged that Jesus Christ is the most influential person. Why? Because of this one. He could accept the guilt of others on his own head, as if all those guilts are his own. As if all the guilts are his own. He is a person who was abounding in modesty. One abounding in modesty bears everyone's guilt. That's what he means. Next one. Modesty guards society and patronizes worldly good. Now he again speaks about modesty as if it were alive. Again, it's personified. Now he says modesty guards society. The modesty, now I was talking about Jesus Christ. Here the modesty guards society. Society is being guarded or protected by modesty himself, and patronizes worldly good. That sees that everything is going on well in the world. So now the comparison is, the previous comparison is well and good when I come to this sixth Quran. Next one, seventh one, a modest prefers losing to living shamefully. The modest people, they don't want to live in the shame. They lose their life. They prefer to die to living in shame. They don't like to have shame in their life. They prefer dying to living in shame. Next, eighth one, virtues departs from him who ventures false. The people who are ready to venture false, they are venturing false. The virtue depart from those people. If they are ready to venture all false, what will happen? Virtues depart from him. Virtue won't be there with him. Virtues depart from him. Virtues will not be with him. Next one, discipline lapse eliminates values. Shame harms grace. Eighth one, he said, virtues depart from him who ventures false. Here he says discipline lapse eliminates values. If there is no discipline, values will not be there. Shame harms grace. The shame will be there. If the shame is there, what will happen? It harms grace. Grace is for those people who don't deserve anything. But the shame, because of his is not having any modesty, even will harm the grace. Grace will be stopped from being put on the person. So it's very dangerous. 10th one, movement sans modesty resembles strings controlling puppets. The person who is moving without any modesty is like a puppet which is being controlled by a string or strings. Small strings will be controlling the puppets. Puppets will be moving, but there is no control. That has no life. The same way, the people who are without modesty move, but they don't have any life in them. That is what he means. So modesty is very important. In these 10 Qurans, he is explaining about that one. We see the next one in the next chapter. Thank you.